First, Alyssa Sorrow will be heading to Morgantown as she will compete in both track and cross country at West Virginia University. Alyssa earned high point honors at the 2023 Class A state track meet and helped lead the team to a 5th straight state championship last year, adding to her collection of state titles by winning the 800 and 1600. She was also a runner-up in the fall in the Class AA state cross country meet, helping the Jackets win state for the 3rd straight time. Alyssa talks about why she chose to be a Mountaineer and what challenges she will face competing at the school.
Honestly, the team aspect and the coaches, everything was just perfect there, and it just really felt like family. Definitely a lot more mileage will be difficult, but I think it'll be easy to adjust because I have such great coaches and a good team.
Faith Pickens will be taking her talents to Florida. She's signing to go play basketball at the University of Tampa. She's a 3-time Class AA All-State player, and during her junior year, she helped lead the Lady Jackets to their first state championship appearance since 2017. That same year, Faith was also first-team All-LKC. This season, the senior has eclipsed 1,000 career points, with Williamstown enjoying another great season, holding a record of 11-3. Faith gives her thoughts on how she will adjust to playing basketball at the college level.
I just think everyone's going to be a little bit more aggressive. Like, obviously, it's a big step to college compared to high school. These girls got recruited to play, so that's what they wanted to do. So obviously, everyone's love for the sport is really high, and the passion they play with is just unmatched. So going there is just going to be its challenge in itself. But I'm ready.